Hey everybody, welcome to the Centaur Fragrance channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today we're back at it again, reviewing fragrances, talking all about them, exploring fragrances. I hope you're excited about fragrances, and I hope especially if you're new to my channel, that you'll like, comment, and subscribe as always. So let's dive into the fragrance. Let's not waste any time. Today we're going to be talking about Tommy Bahama's Martinique. Before I get into the review, if you're unfamiliar with Tommy Bahama, they produce some excellent casual fragrances that are usually kind of aquatic, casual, easy to love. They smell like the ocean generally, or have just kind of like a casual party vibe. So that's kind of what we're getting here. But let's talk about the fragrance. The presentation, a lot of people say, is kind of odd. You kind of have to get like a talon grip, I guess you could say, on it, and that's how you spray it when you have the lid on. You kind of do a 2 or 3 finger affair, and then you kind of push it down. Let's do a spray real quick. The distribution isn't bad. Could be a little better, but for the price range that you can get these at discounters, 25, even $20, and I hear of some people at places like Ross or TJ Maxx's in the US that they've gotten it even cheaper. So you can find this at a really great price. But what does it smell like? That's what's really important. What kind of performance do we get out of it? And what's the compliment factor, or what do other people think about it? So, this fragrance is kind of an interesting fragrance because it has kind of a green seaweed note going on. Yes, this does have a seaweed quality. It is a little bit salty. I wouldn't say off-putting by any means. It's still a pleasant fragrance. It's still an easy-going fragrance. But there's no denying that there's kind of a deep green quality going through this fragrance. Now, it does have an ocean vibe, kind of aquatic saltiness going on. I feel like there's a little bit of florals kind of uplifting the whole fragrance, just brightening it a little bit. But so it's not completely dark. But what you're getting is kind of a mellow fragrance. It is a calming fragrance. For me, this is one of my favorite rainy day fragrances or lazy day fragrances. It gives off a very comforting, kind of well-rounded smell that you get off Nautica Voyage. But this one is, I would say, a little bit more mature and not necessarily serious, but it's just a little bit of a deeper fragrance. Some might say melancholy, but I wouldn't go there and say something like that. This fragrance is casual, easygoing. It could be a little bit of a reflective fragrance if you just want to take it easy and read, or think about things, just lay down, put a hat over your head kind of fragrance. So this fragrance gives me an average of 5 hours, if I'm lucky, about 4 hours performance. I do feel like the projection is just all right, but again, for the price range, I don't think this is a bad fragrance whatsoever. In the world of cheapies, I wouldn't say that this fragrance is the best, but I would say that it's a pretty good one to go for. If you're looking for a replacement of Davidoff's Cool Water, if you wanted an easygoing, more casual green Irish tweed, of course, this can't really compete with a fragrance like that. I just want to say that because some people, when I make comparisons, or I guess in general in the fragrance world, they might think that you're saying that the fragrance is exactly the same. And I'm not saying that by any means, but it has a little bit of similarities, a tiny bit. So, this fragrance, if you liked Cool Water and wanted kind of a even more casual, lighter version of it, definitely not offensive. I think you could get away with this in any situation. I think it's closer to the skin. If we're talking about compliment factor, I think that people are going to have to be really close to you to smell this one, honestly. I think it's kind of a personal scent for the most part, but for the first 30 minutes or so, it does give pretty good projection. So if you're willing to reapply, you can get a fair amount of performance out of it. But I think it's just more of a personal fragrance kind of ordeal here. So, if you're unfamiliar with Tommy Bahama, let me know if this kind of line sounds interesting. I could dive more into them. I've smelled Very Cool and some other ones. And for casual, just easy to wear, just grab and go. You don't have to think about it kind of fragrances. I do think they're some of the best. At discounted prices, of course. So let me know if you've smelled this fragrance, what you think about it. I have made a rainy day fragrance list that includes this one, so I do recommend it in its own little way. If you want scores, let me know. I would personally give this one a 7 out of 10. I don't think it can really reach any more than that. The quality is alright, the performance is okay, and it's a nice just all-around fragrance. For the younger man who wants that easygoing, casual, lovable fragrance, I still recommend Nautica Voyage just about every time. So, this is a good one. Get your nose on it. Let me try what you think about it. And until next time, guys, I'll see ya at the Scent Fragrance channel. Bye.